on, you got this.
Do what, baby? Yeah. I look terribly dark.
Does that like turn on? Right?
It doesn't have a thing in there.
You have to get out.
Can you play that with me? Huh? I'm the shit. I'm the motherfucking shit. Regardless of what anyone thinks of me today, I will hold myself in the highest esteem. No matter what I face today, I got this because I'm the shit. Whatever I put my hands to will prosper. There is nothing that I can't accomplish. Why? Because I'm the shit. What some disdain as arrogance, I understand is a necessary confidence, and I will not be shaken. Today, I will walk with pride. I will think with wisdom. I will speak with knowledge. And everyone I encounter will behold the magnificence that is me. From my head to my feet, I will embrace all that I am in truth and in honesty. For I know that even with what others consider faults, I am still the shit. I'm a unique being, manifested in this realm for a unique purpose. Therefore, I will move throughout my day with my head held high. I will smile with certainty. I will laugh with assurance. I will applaud the divinity in myself, asserting that I am who I am, and I am the shit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. What's going on, everybody? What are you drinking in the building? I have a little bit of North Carolina muscadine wine. That's what I'm sipping on. Just got in from, my kids had to vend at a play, and so I'm rushing, but before I get started, I want to give a disclaimer on today's message. Everyone knows, if you follow me, I love men, especially black men. I think they are amazing. I feel like they don't get the recognition and the love and the respect that they deserve. Let me put that out there first. So this is in no way a male bashing broadcast tonight, but I wanted to give that disclaimer because I probably will be getting on the women. I feel like I'm going to be digging in their ass because I am sick of weak, wussy ass women. And I'm tired of women masquerading as strength, masquerading around here as if they are empowered when they are showing signs and symptoms of having Stockholm Syndrome. So, oh shucks. Get my coat right there, please, sir. Somebody. So yeah, I just want to put that out there. I don't want the men to feel like I'm telling women that they shouldn't love them. You should. And let me just go ahead and say that I feel like a woman that can submit herself to a man is a strong woman. I think it takes strength in order to be submissive. However, I feel like there's a fine line. Just like they say it's a thin line between love and hate, it's a thin line between being submissive and needing someone to Google you a spine. There's a thin line. There's a thin line in just loving your man and listening to him and getting along, not being nagging, and not having a voice at all. It's a thin line. And so I'm sick of women walking around here not realizing that they are in some bullshit. Because I feel like as women, we have a lot to offer. So men, like I said, this is not to at all put you down. This is to these women that's just, to me, is on some bullshit. That don't understand their value, don't understand their worth, don't understand how to have true real healthy self-esteem. So I titled tonight Black Love, the Stockholm Syndrome, because sometimes I feel as women we are so desperate for someone to love us that we walk around in a daze, and we walk around not realizing that we are being emotionally and sometimes physically abused, but you know, we don't see that. So Stockholm Syndrome, the term was created in 1973 when in Sweden, in Stockholm, Sweden, there were hostages taken for a bank robbery, and they were tortured for 6 days. When they were rescued, they did not want to testify against their captors. They actually felt like their captors, you know, they felt sympathy for them. And so research has shown that there are a lot of things that can mirror Stockholm Syndrome. One of those things are domestic violence. They say that domestic violence, it also applies to child abuse, human trafficking, incest, prisoners of war, cult members, slaves, and prostitutes. We all remember, like, this is gonna be the catchphrase for tonight. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Was that Jim Jones that had everybody drinking the Kool-Aid and they ended up dead? Everybody committed this mass suicide because they was drinking the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Sometimes you just need to walk away and say no. What is Stockholm Syndrome? It consists of strong emotional ties that develop between two persons where one person intermittently harasses, beats, threatens, abuses, or intimidates the other. So my question to females, when it comes to black love, because that's all we've been talking about. There's a show that's out that's talking about black love. That is like the thing to do. I want to talk to the ladies tonight and ask, are you so desperate to have a man that you'll put up with any old bullshit? That's what I want to know. Will you sit there and let a man treat you any kind of way, but you have such low self-esteem and such low self-worth that you will just sit and sit and sit and not realize that you deserve better? What I have a problem with also is men that walk around feeling like they are this alpha male if they are yelling and screaming at a woman and being verbally abusive to her. See, I applaud the men that know exactly who they are. The men that know. Why do we make this correlation? Why do we make the correlation that a strong man is an abusive man? Where did that come from? Why do we walk around like that? So if a man is nice and he don't call you out of your name, he esteems you and make you feel good about yourself, he's a weak man. So we got all these women walking around here like, he too nice. I don't like nice guys. He too nice. Well, what are you looking for? Are you looking for someone that abuses you? Someone that puts you down? Someone that tell you you ain't shit? What are we doing? Because there are a lot of nice guys that are strong, that are secure, that are confident, and just because he doesn't call you out of his name does not make him weak. Why do we make this correlation? And I'm talking to my sisters, because this is where I see it the most. I don't hang around a lot of white people, so I don't know what they are doing in their own community. But I know we do it. I know that we put men down that are nice, and we say little stupid bullshit that, oh, that's not a real man. He's not a real man because he don't holler at you. He's not a real man because he don't tell you what to wear, where you gotta go. That's not a real man. So what constitutes a real man? And why are we walking around looking to be abused as women? Why do we think that's love? What has happened to us that we equate somebody calling us out our name, being jealous, harassing us, telling us they ain't shit? Like, we answer to the word bitch from a man, and we think it's cool. Well, what he really saying is, I'm his bitch. He not really saying it to put me down. You know, he's esteeming me. You silly woman. You silly little woman. So what constitutes a real man? And why do we get locked in this Stockholm Syndrome over black love? Do we think we can't find someone else? When I was researching Stockholm Syndrome, that it was saying that one of the problems is the captor or the aggressor makes the person in captivity feel like they can't do any better. Makes the person feel like they won't have anything without them. So they develop this love and affection for this person because they feel like, hey, without this person, I'm not going to be anything. Without this person, I'm not going to make it in life. Without this person, no one's going to like me. Without this person, I'm not going to be successful. Why is it that we allow somebody else to put the value on us? That's called low self-esteem. But you masquerading it as if, oh, I got a man. So because I got a man, I must be better than the next woman that don't have a man. Well, your man ain't shit. What about if you got a man, but your man is treating you like something he stepped in? So then, are you bragging about that? Do you feel like you all that because you got a man that would tear you down? You are walking around here, everything about you is attached to him. Why don't you think you are great on your own? Why don't you think you have something to offer? Why don't you think he is there because he truly loves you and want to be there? Why is it that the love is conditional? Because it's conditional if he feels like the only way he's going to stick around is if he has to control you. That is called conditional love. That's not unconditional. So I'm trying to figure out what is the line. There's a thin line between being submissive and just being stupid. Like I said, I think it takes a strong woman to be submissive. But there's a thin line because there are a lot of weak women around here masquerading as strong women. You thinking it's okay for a man to yell at you, call you out of your name, and tell you that you won't be shit without him. That should be, you should know off back, that's false. I wish a man would tell me that I wouldn't be shit without him. First of all, the only thing made me is the sperm and the egg that came together to create life. My life experiences have made me who I am. What do you mean you made me? What do you mean I won't be shit without you? Why do we allow men to tell us that? My favorite thing that I like to say, my favorite correlation is I love green olives. They are like one of my favorite snacks, foods, whatever in the whole wide world. But when I walk into the store, there is a price tag on those olives. If I go into Harris Teeter, I don't get to tell Harris Teeter how much I'm going to pay for those olives. Harris Teeter has already decided how much those olives are. And if I want to take them home with me and be able to eat, I got to pay what Harris Teeter is asking for them. So what I want to know, women, why do we allow somebody else to put a price tag on us? Why do we allow a man to tell us how much we are worth? Why is it that when he roll up on us, it's not already a price tag up there for how much he got to pay to be able to take you home? You sitting around thinking you are all this and that, but you let a man tell you how much you are worth. You let a man decide what your value is. That's a problem. That does not make you strong. That makes you weak. That's not called submission. That is called stupidity. All day, every day. 24/7, as they like to say. That is called stupidity. But then we think we got something good because somebody decide they want to be with us. They want to talk to us. Hell, they should be glad to be with you. You should have so much that you bring to the table that they feel like they would be missing out on something valuable if you weren't around. See, the problem is we put too much on our sex. So we'll walk around here with little ass clothes on, with our ass hanging out, and we think that's where our value stops. Now, I think I'm pretty good in the bedroom. I think I got it going on in the bedroom. But that is not the best thing about me. And at 42 years old, I would never put that at the top of my list. There's so much more to me that I bring to the table besides that. So when that's all you have, that's all you gonna think you are worth. And let me tell you something, that ain't a lot. If your whole value is based on what's between your legs, let me tell you something. If he likes women, he can find what's between your legs in another woman. And that's why they be fucking around on you with every other woman, not giving a damn about your motherfucking feelings, because that's all you feel like you're worth. Because if he knew good and damn well that yeah, I can get sex from somebody else, but I can't get this right here that she's bringing from somebody else. And so I'm going to make sure that I protect that. I'm going to make sure that I nurture that. I'm going to make sure that I love that about her. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to act like she's dispensable. I'm not going to act like she can just walk out the door and I'll be fine because I can go get another woman with pussy. If he sees you like that, if it's so easy for him to say, oh, I can just go get another woman with pussy, then you need to check what you bringing to the table. You serving crackers and pretzels, not nothing of substance that's going to keep him sustained. So you need to check yourself. Now, I'm into black love. I think black love is wonderful. I love black men. Like I said, I think they are awesome. But I love black women too. And let me tell you, y'all are slipping. Y'all are slipping and you are devaluing yourselves. And I'm sure it goes the same with men. I'm sure there are men that devalue themselves as well. So please, men, take this and apply it to yourself as well. I'm just talking to my ladies because I'm a female, I'm a woman, and I've seen it happen so many times. And this is what we do as females. We don't even support each other when we see that another woman is losing her shit, losing her scruples, losing her marbles. You won't even believe the amount of women that have told me in my lifetime, oh, he hollered at you, he hollers at you, he called you out of your name. Well, that's okay. At least he paying the bills. That's fine. You will be okay. No, you may not be okay. Because I'm watching people drop dead thinking that they are okay. Stress kills. Do we realize that? Stress kills. And let me tell you something. You can't be sitting around pretending like you can smile all day long. Smile for the camera. Sashay, Shantae. Turn to the left, turn to the right. That stress, if it's there, if something is bothering you, it will eat at you. And stress kills. I know a lady who went to the doctor. Everything was fine. She had a physical. She came home that night and dropped dead. You know, her husband had been cheating on her for years. But she thought she could handle it. She thought she was okay. She didn't want to tear her family up. So she decided, you know, I know that he's doing this. I know this is what's happening. But I can be okay with that. Her heart said, no, you're not okay. I have a friend who dealt with broken heart syndrome. It is heartbreaking to be out one night with your friend, partying and having fun, and then you get a call from them from the emergency room the next day saying that their heart is operating at 15%. I myself, when I was married, I thought I was okay. I had dealt with so much for so long. If you don't have the book, get it. The story is in there. I used to lay in my bed with the lights off, not eating, not wanting to get out of the bed. I wrote all my children goodbye letters. They're each individual letter. I have 3 kids. I wrote all 3 of them their own goodbye letter because I thought the only way out of the situation that I was in was death. I was too chicken to kill myself, but I thought about it. And I would ask myself, well, what if I don't die? What would happen if I don't die? Then he's going to take my kids. So I would sit there like a crazy woman because I didn't know how to get out of the situation that I was in. And I thought I was fine. When I decided to finally get out of the bed, and it took days. It took my mother putting a note on my door and having to take care of my kids because I couldn't even get up and feed my kids dinner. That's how bad it got. Because I wanted this relationship so bad. I wanted to stay married so bad. I didn't want to face the people that told me in the beginning that it was a bad idea. So I kept going through with it and going on because I didn't want to look stupid. I didn't want to finally say, you know what, y'all might have been right. That might have been a bad idea. So I stayed in it. And when I finally was able to get out the bed, I'm thinking, I'm okay. I'm good. I can handle this. I'm Shamika Michelle. I'm going to be fine. I was lying to myself. Here I am standing on the playground, volunteering at my kids' school, and all of a sudden, my heart starts to race. But I don't understand what's going on because I'm at my kids' school. I'm having fun. I go inside. And the teacher's like, are you okay? What's wrong? I'm like, my heart is racing. I feel dizzy. I was starting to sweat. And she got nervous and said, I'm going to call the ambulance. And I said, well, don't call the ambulance because, you know, we can be cheap. We know that ambulance bill is a mother. I said, don't call the ambulance. I think I can drive myself up here to urgent care. So I drove myself up there to urgent care, and they said to me, either someone will come get you and take you to the hospital, or we're calling the ambulance. They weren't sure. They thought I was having a heart attack. What was happening though is that I was having an anxiety attack. Because I thought I was fine. Because I thought I could deal with what I was dealing with. Because I didn't want to be honest and open and say, you know what? I'm in some bullshit. This relationship is not working. I know I'm walking around with designer bags. I know I live in a $300,000 house. I know we got 2 Mercedes and a Cadillac Escalade in the driveway. But this shit ain't fucking working for me. I ended up hooked up to machines in the emergency room because I was having an anxiety attack because I wanted to hold on to the idea of black love so bad. So when I come at the women, I'm coming at y'all from a real place. I'm telling y'all, y'all ain't gotta put up with no bullshit. Now if it's something, when you say you can handle it, you better be damn sure it's something that you can handle for real, because that stress has to find a way out. And that stress will attack your weight, it will attack your mind, it will attack your heart. Stress is nothing to play with. So while you sitting here smiling and skinning and grinning like everything is cool, you better know for real that that shit is cool. Or you gonna look up and you gonna be 6 feet under. You gonna wake up looking in the grave. And you better stop strutting around here lying. If something ain't okay with you, you better put your foot down and not be afraid to lose that nigga and tell him, hey, you can't treat me like this, because this is what I'm worth, this is my value, and if you can't pay what you weigh, get the hell on. But a lot of times we too prideful. A lot of times we don't want to be honest. I walked around, I was a preacher. And I would get up on Sunday mornings, I would sing, I would dance, I would preach, I would teach, I would act like everything was okay, but my life was cracking like glass. And what I know for real is you can't be crying about a situation 3 weeks prior talking about you don't know how to handle life because of certain things, and then 2 weeks later you dealing with them certain things like everything fine. You're lying. Stop all this lying for the sake of black love. Black love is wonderful when it is in the right context, when it is the way it should be. And ladies, stop walking away from good, decent men because you're so used to bullshit. Because you're so used to a man calling you out your name. Because you are so used to Carlton Cannon, you a faggot. Get the fuck off of this feed. I ain't fucking playing with y'all today. The only thing crazy about me is I'm crazy enough to come and tell y'all the unadulterated truth. That's what's crazy about me. So, stop walking away from these men that we know are good for us, that we know will take care of us, because we feel like, oh, he's weak. We're so used to being abused as women. And we make excuses for it. Stockholm Syndrome, they make excuses for the people that mistreat them. Oh, he didn't mean it. Oh, he was raised in a bad home. Oh, his mama didn't treat him right, so that's why he act like that. Oh, he never will put our life on the line. And they say you want to please the person so bad that you will go out of your way for them to believe that you are genuine in your feelings. Because you want them to trust you. You want to show them that you are really who you say you are. Well, there was a song when I was growing up, Teddy P, I believe it was, said, if you don't know me by now, you will never ever know me. Let me tell you something. I'm not sitting with a motherfucker for 5, 10, 15 years trying to prove myself. Either you know I'm down with you and you know that I got your back, or you don't know it. I'm not getting ready to be jumping over hoops, swimming through hell and high water to damn prove who I am to you at all costs, to the detriment of my life, to the detriment of my health. And women will sit around saying stupid shit like, my hair is falling out. I eat right. I condition my hair. I shampoo my hair the way I'm supposed to. I don't know what's going on. It's just falling out. It could be stress. When I was in the relationship that I was in, like I said, I walked around thinking I could make it. For me, I felt like this was just my cup. This was the cup that God had given me, and I was going to have to drink from it. And I was doing everything I could. I was praying. I was putting anointing oil in the Kool-Aid. I was walking around the car 7 times. And I didn't understand, why is my hair getting shorter and shorter and shorter? So I started out where I shaved it on one side. But then I had to shave it on the other side. And then I just ended up with a little strip of hair in the middle. My hair was falling out. And there was no logical reason. Outside of stress, I was healthy. Stress will make your hair fall out. By the way, I cut my hair this time by choice, not because it was falling out. But it seems as if my hair is always a sign of what's going on the inside of me. When I feel like I need to get rid of some shit, I always cut my hair. And I didn't even realize it when I sat in my stylist, celebrity stylist to the stars, Jamaica Webb, when I sat in her chair, that I was cutting off some shit that I needed to get rid of. Didn't even realize it. It manifested about a week after I cut my hair. We gotta start to love ourselves. We gotta start to believe in ourselves. It should not take somebody else to tell you how great you are. You should already know that. As I said, when I walk into the grocery store and I want to purchase something, the price is already there. Either I can afford to get it or I cannot. Maybe I gotta go and scrape up a few more dimes to be able to pay for the big jar of olives. But it is time for us to start taking care of ourselves and start being honest. If something don't sit right with you, it don't sit right with you. Point blank, period. What another woman can handle, you can't handle. And you don't gotta feel less of a woman because you can't handle what you see another woman dealing with. What I'm saying is, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself for the sake of holding on to somebody. Because you can sit here all day long and, like I said, put on that face for people. It will show up. Because you know, a lot of times we'll sneak and tell our girlfriend or our best friends what's really going on, but then we gotta put on the face for the world. My friends knew I was unhappy, but in church I had to put on a face. I knew I was unhappy, but I had to put on a face because I felt like people wouldn't understand, people wouldn't accept it, and I didn't want people to say, I told you so. But the truth was, I wasn't handling it well. I was sad, I was depressed, my hair was falling out, I was crying when I was, alone. Sometimes I would cry myself to sleep. But the world looked at the $300,000 house I was living in. Everybody looked at the cars we were driving. Everybody looked at the clothes I was wearing and the purses I was carrying and thought, oh, she got it going on. So when I'm so passionate about women being empowered, people in general, because we all tell lies, not just women and men, we all feel the pressure to tell lies and make everybody think we're okay when we're not okay. We all do it. But when I'm so passionate about it, it's because I have been there. I started Naked Girls because I wanted people to take off the mask and stop lying. If you are broke down on Roxborough Road, and if you call for help, you on Roxborough Road, but you say to somebody, hey, I need help, can you send out a tow truck? And they say, well, where are you? You say, I'm on Duke Street. Guess what? They're not gonna find you because you are lying. And so in order for us to get help, we gotta stop lying. We have to take off the mask and tell people where we really are so that they can send in that help. So when I come and I'm passionate about a certain subject, that is genuine. And let me tell you something. I know for a man to be with me, he has to be secure. He has to be sure of who he is. Because what I know for sure is that I'll never be in a relationship with a man that calls me out of my name. I would never be in a relationship with a man that yells at me. And there is nothing that anybody can say to me to make me feel like that's okay. So does that mean I want a man that's weak? I don't consider a man that don't yell weak. I consider him having common damn sense. That's the basics. So I applaud men that know how to communicate with a woman the same way I applaud a woman that know how to communicate with a man. Y'all don't need to be yelling and screaming and fighting each other. That ain't the black love that we need to be promoting to people. That ain't black love. That's black craziness. That's black foolishness. So I know it's going to take a strong man to be with me, because I never go back to that place. I never go back to that place where I'm letting somebody dictate my value, my worth, and my self-esteem is down in the dumps. I know who I am, and I know what I bring to the table. And with what I bring to the table, either you want to sit down and eat and perhaps take you a doggy bag, or you want to pass. Get your ass up from the table if you don't like what I'm serving. Can I be submissive? Yes. Will I ever be weak? Hell to the motherfucking no. Those days are over. Been there, done that, wrote a book about it. So, what you got for me, Kayla? I'm sorry, we didn't ran past comments because I had to get that out. Like, it's bothering me because I see women, and I love people for real, for real. I love people, and I never want another woman to be where I was. I never want another woman to be laying there feeling like she can't go on, she can't live, her life is not worth the air that she breathes. So that's where I'm coming from. Like I said in the beginning of the broadcast, I'm not at all I love men, and I think it takes a strong woman to submit. But I think there's a thin line between a strong woman that's able to submit and a weak woman that's being walked over. What you got?
One of our watchers on Facebook say if you don't love you, you can't expect anyone to love you. You have to show them how. We have to teach our girls how beautiful they are always from the time they can hear you in the womb.
Yes.
Someone else says, that's one of our major problems in our community. We are too materialistic to a fault that we stay in toxic situations because we're too busy trying to impress the world.
Right. And we do. Through anything. We'll stay trying to impress the world through anything. We'll buy clothes that we can't afford. We'll be driving around in cars. We paying so much here, Kay, this YouTube. We paying so much for the cars. Huh? Oh, you have it. We're paying so much for the cars we can't even pay the rent. There's no food in the refrigerator. We do a lot of things to impress other people that really wouldn't give two shits about us at the end of the day. We have to make sure we are being true to ourselves. Like I said, you may can handle certain things, but don't lie about it. Don't say you are okay if you aren't okay, because I've watched women drop dead behind it. I think the person is on the line who ended up with her heart working at 15%. They said it was broken heart syndrome. She couldn't even necessarily pinpoint the thing that broke her heart, but that is real. That's like a real heart attack. Thankfully, your heart recovers from that most of the time, but that is a real problem. What you got?
Earlier, Nicole from YouTube says, a lot of men that mistreat women, in my opinion, are dealing with their own sexuality. I feel a lot of pimps were suspect. Any man that mistreats women are suspect to me.
Right.
Let's see. You just missed so much.
A lot of times too, Nicole, that's absolutely right what you said. In my research, it was showing that like pimps of prostitutes and people that are just overly aggressive, a lot of times have their own self-esteem issues, but it's masked because they're in these positions of power where they're taking power over certain people. So you think that they have high self-esteem, but it's really they don't. They have low self-esteem, and so they've attached themselves to someone who has even lower self-esteem to control. You're absolutely right.
Kiana from Facebook says, mothers need to speak this truth to our daughters. Tell them the truth about our experiences and the truthful lessons of mistakes and pains we have suffered.
And that's so true, Kiana. I truly believe that. That's why I believe that this is my true life's purpose, to be honest, to put my stuff out there, because I can say I don't know if my grandmother ever struggled with it, because back in those times they were a little bit more private than we are. I feel like my calling is to not be private, to be honest about the things that I have gone through, or even currently may be dealing with, just to be honest and open about it, because we gotta talk. I have 3 kids. I have 3 daughters. I can't afford to walk around like my shit don't stink. I gotta tell them the real for real. So, it's important to me. It is important to me to share. It is important to me to connect with people on a real honest level. It's important to me to not walk around with a mask. That means a lot to me. I know it's not everybody's calling in life. We all have different callings. For some people, it may be something else. Like, you may not see me I don't know, wiping somebody's butt that can't wipe their own butt. I don't think that's my calling. I'm not gonna do that. But I do think that this is what I'm supposed to do, bring light to certain situations. And I'm not just gonna get up here and be telling y'all something. I'm gonna share my experiences so that you can understand why I think the way I do, or why I feel the way I do about certain situations. That's my calling. That's what I feel like I'm here to do in life, and I'm gonna continue to do that. And as I said before, anybody that don't like that can kiss my black ass twice. Again, people, black love is amazing. Being weak for love, being walked over, can kill you. It can really kill you. Be sure you can handle things that you're saying that you are fine with, because stress kills. Get it together. Y'all know it's 7:45. It's 7:44, but 7:45 is the time I like to close, to give anybody a time that has an 8 o'clock show time to get ready for it. Not trying to keep y'all all night. I am here every Sunday at 7 p.m. for Sundays with Shamika Michelle. I try to talk about real shit. Every Friday, Jamaica and I do Feedback Friday on the Naked Girls page at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Starting this Tuesday, me and my best friends for over 30 years are going to do Naked and Ratchet. If you think I'm honest, you have no idea. Birds of a feather can flock together, because they are just as honest and open as I am. We're going to be talking about whatever we talk about that day. If you haven't purchased my book, it is called Keep It Naked, A Naked Girl's Guide to Live Life Authentically. Please check the page for the independent. I should have written that down. But check my page. There's a film coming out, and it's gonna be awesome. It's talking about issues that affect the black community. I was privileged to be a part of it, and I'm constantly sharing it on the page. So check the page so that you can check it out. It's gonna be awesome, and as they would say in the church, it will bless your life. Okay, I am about to be out of here. I think I have said everything that I need to say. Jamaica and I will probably tag this issue to hear from someone that's in their 20s, a younger point of view, on Friday. And I'm out of here. I want y'all to always remember, y'all the shit. You got it going on. Set your own price tag so that when somebody roll up on you, they already know. Either they can afford to take you home, or they gotta leave you on the shelf. And as always, remember to keep it naked. Peace.
I'm the shit. I'm the motherfucking shit. Regardless of what anyone thinks of me today, I will hold myself in the highest esteem. No matter what I face today, I got this, because I'm the shit. Whatever I put my hands to will prosper. There is nothing that I can't accomplish. Why? Because I'm the shit. What some disdain as arrogance, I understand is a necessary confidence, and I will not be shaken. Today, I will walk with pride. I will think with wisdom. I will speak with knowledge. And everyone I encounter will behold the magnificence that is me. From my head to my feet, I will embrace all that I am in truth and in honesty. For I know that even with what others consider faults, I am still the shit. I'm a unique being, manifested in this realm for a unique purpose. Therefore, I will move throughout my day with my head held high. I will smile with certainty. I will laugh with assurance. I will applaud the divinity in myself, asserting that I am who I am, and I am the shit.
And so are you. Peace. Good night.